We interrupt our program for this bulletin. The Radio Richview newsroom tells us that a large monster was spotted by several people early this morning at Buckaneer Beach. The monster, described as over 60 feet long, raised its head up out of the water. It approached the beach and was reported to cry out at the amazed onlookers. Sounds pretty far-fetched to me, folks, but state investigators are on the beach right now checking it out. Look out, Loch Ness Monster. Here comes the Richview reptile.
A sea monster at Buckaneer Beach? Let's get over there and check it out. Wow, look at all the people here at the beach. Uh-oh, it's Mark Moriarty, and he's being interviewed by TV reporters. I thought something strange was going on, and now I see why. That Mark is always playing some clever trick. But how could he convince people they saw a monster at the beach? Could he be telling the truth for once? What in the world is that? It's a big piece of green plastic, about the size of a beach towel. It feels even thicker than the plastic sheet Dad puts over the firewood stacked in the backyard.
Hi, Jennifer. You hear about the monster we saw? Willie Barr was with me. He even saw it first, plain as day. Steve Shred was here windsurfing when it happened. He saw it too.
Yeah, I saw it first, even before Mark. At least I thought I did. When I told him about it and pointed, he saw it too. He said he could see it as clear as day. It was huge, bigger than the tallest building in town. It was right out that way, about 50 feet offshore. It had a big, long neck we could see even through the fog.
Steve Shred was at Buckaneer Beach this morning windsurfing. Let's find out what he saw.
Hey, don't get me mixed up in this monster thing, Detective Dudes. I thought I saw something big over there, but it was max foggy this morning, cotton sky time, you know? It's tough to know what you're seeing then. I was waiting for it to clear up so I could go windsurfing. That's when I saw it. Whatever it was making this real high-pitched whining sound, like a tea kettle whistling when it's ready.
What did you see?
Just something really big and dark with a long neck out that way. From here it was too foggy to see more. I just saw it a micro-mini instant, and then it was gone. But it wasn't a ship or anything. Even at high tide, the water here's too shallow for more than a rowboat to get in. Professor Krank was down here too, but I don't know if he saw anything. Don't tell anyone I said I saw a sea monster, though. Too many people in Richview already say my head's been sandbar skimming too long.
Look at that! The floor of Professor Krank's lab is covered with sand. He must have been at the beach.
Well, if you must know, I was at Buccaneer Beach this morning, but I didn't see any monster, just the blimp flying along the shore. I suppose it was on its way to the capital for the big game. I was testing my new practical joke invention, the smelly salmon. It's for when you go fishing with friends. You hook it to the line while they're not looking. Now, all fish smell bad, but the smelly salmon smells even worse. No fisherman can stand to stay in the same boat with it.
Gross. I hope we're not having salmon for dinner.
I'm going to sell it to a practical joke company. It will be my biggest hit since the singing banana.
Maybe there will be something at the library that will help us solve the case of the mysterious monster. We studied plesiosaurs in school 2 years ago, and Mark was in my class.
You might try the books on biology. Biology is the study of living things. Those books list all the largest creatures ever discovered in our oceans and lakes.
Looks like someone left the TV going. Good thing we came back. It's a real waste of energy to leave it on. Looks like the news.
But no one was injured at the big season opening parade when freak winds tore a giant balloon from the hands of the 20 people guiding it down Main Street here in the capital. The balloon was shaped like the long-necked cartoon character Danny the Dinosaur. Although it was as tall as a 3-story building, no one has seen it since it blew away.
I think we're ready to solve the case. Choose the 5 clues that best show whether or not the sea monster is real. Great! If you think that Mark and Willie really did see something at the beach, select the sea monster, even if you don't think they saw a real monster. Otherwise, select the person who you think made up the story. You figured it out! Mark and Willie really did see something this morning in the fog, and you can prove it. Let's check the evidence. Willie Barr says he thought he saw a sea monster bigger than a building this morning in the fog at Buckaneer Beach. Mark Moriarty was with him and says he saw the monster clearly. Steve Shred was at the beach and thought he saw something that was making a loud whistling noise. But the fog was too thick to be sure. Professor Krank was there too, working on his smelly salmon invention. He didn't see a monster, just what he thought was the big-mouthed blimp flying by overhead. We found a tattered piece of heavy plastic on the sand, then saw on the TV news that a big balloon blew away from a parade in the state capitol this morning. That's what Mark and Willie saw in the fog, the balloon of Danny the Dinosaur.